Hi, welcome back to this segment of Digital Discoveries. In this portion, we're going to be looking at a program from Google called Google Sketchup. And what is Google Sketchup? Well, first of all, I want to show you something that not a lot of people know about. Most people, when they go to Google, they go to the Google site and they search for something, and that's where they stop the exploration. But in Google, if you go up to the top of the screen, if you've never done this, you should do it. You should click on More, because in the More site, there's a whole lot of really neat stuff like Google Earth, there's blogs, there's all different kinds of stuff. I'm going to even hit this even more. So when you hit even more, there's all these things that Google provides mostly for free to anybody. And the one we're going to be talking about today is Google Sketchup. So it's one of the tools that are in here in the Google More site. So I encourage everyone to go explore the Google More site, because there's like a lot out there for you guys. So what is Google Sketchup? So today, Google Sketchup, that's what we're talking about, is a way for teachers and students and anybody actually to make 3D models. Back in the old days, only architects could make that kind of stuff. Only people with high-end engineering, computer-aided design programs could do it. But now, using Google SketchUp, anybody can do it, and it can be used for almost any. It can be used for almost any grade level. So I'm going to pop up my Google SketchUp. I've turned it on, and I want to say New. And so when you turn on Google SketchUp, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get a lady or a man. They're going to be standing there. And this person, you don't want to lose this person. When you start drawing, you never want to lose this person, because this person gives you perspective when you're in Google SketchUp. So this lady, you know how tall a person is, and so this lady gives you kind of a perspective of it. Now what's interesting to me and what's really neat, I think, about Google SketchUp is that all the directions and all the instructions up there at the top of the screen are just icons. And so when you explore the icons and you learn what the icons do, then you just start playing with it. They do some really amazing stuff. So we're going to build a slab of concrete. We're going to start our building here with a slab of concrete. So we're just going to go over here to the right-hand side up here with this first one up there, and there's a rectangular tool. And that's what we're going to use to build our slab of concrete. So here's our lady. And so I grab it, I click on it, and I've got my slab of concrete. And there it is. Boom! I just let go of it. I've got this slab of concrete. Now, so what can I do? I can't do too much with a slab of concrete. That's not very interesting. Now, the next tool that I want to go to is the push and pull tool. That's the most exciting tool in all of Google SketchUp, is the push and pull tool. So I click on the push and pull tool, and I click on my slab of concrete that I just made. And now, look at that. Isn't that awesome? Now I've got a skyscraper. So now I got skyscraper. And if I go down the other way, I got swimming pool. Skyscraper, swimming pool. Skyscraper, swimming pool. So let's make a little house here for us to do something in. So now I've got some kind of rectangular cube that I've created. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit so we can get a little better perspective of what we've done. So teachers, what you should start thinking about is like, okay, how can I start integrating this into my classroom? What can I start doing here? Well, if you're teaching geometric shapes to students, this is a great way to teach them the sides of the geometric shape. Like, how many sides are in this rectangular cube? Well, I don't know. They could actually build one, or they could actually create one in Google SketchUp. Let's see. We can click on the rotation, and now I can look underneath. I can look from the top. I can look around. Can I start creating and start counting all these? Sure I can. These are great tools to have. And I'm not just stuck making cubes. I can also make circular, and I hit the push-pull. I can do that. Now I've got a silo, I guess, to go with my house that I've just created. And I can also actually do polygons. I can do different shaped polygons. So I can draw polygons, and up to the most I did was 8 sides, but I can do a 5-sided polygon. And I want to do that right there. Have you ever asked students to count the number of sides in a polygon? Sure, but now think about this. I'm a student and I've grown up in the land of video games. Which land am I more comfortable in? Am I more comfortable in I'm drawing it on a piece of paper, or I'm more comfortable in a land where I'm making a three-dimensional area that I can actually go in and I can actually count the sides, I can actually zoom in, I can zoom out, I can walk around. That's what this type of free product allows you to do. So I'm zooming out, zooming in. Now I want to show you some really neat stuff. If I go back up to the pointer tool, which is in the upper left-hand corner, I can then start modifying my whatever I'm doing here. So if I want to take off the roof of my house that I just created, I can hit the delete button, and now all of a sudden I'm in my house. Now I can actually look inside my house. I can now see things. I can actually even put things in my house. So now, instead of making a diorama out of construction paper, a cardboard box, and a bunch of sticks and popsicle sticks and Elmer's glue, I can make a diorama using the tools that are available in Google Sketch, and I can actually share that diorama with other students and other classes elsewhere. So how's that for pretty cool? Now I can also actually change the look and feel of how my house looks. I can actually change the colors. I can change I can actually change the way things look inside. I can change the colors. I can actually even make it look like bricks or construction materials, all different kinds of things. I can even in Google Sketchup, I can do this. I can actually even go to a 3D warehouse and get things that other people have built in Google SketchUp, and I can pull them down. So say, for instance, I'm looking for the Eiffel Tower. I don't know why I would want to do that, but maybe I'm interested in looking for the Eiffel Tower. I can actually go find a model of the Eiffel Tower in our Google SketchUp. There's tons of these, hundreds and hundreds of these that people all over the world have contributed. They build the item and then they post it, and so now I'm interested to load this model into the model that I'm making. So I'm going to have this little tiny house that I built, my polygonal thing that I created, and now all of a sudden I'm also I have the Eiffel Tower. So there's my Eiffel Tower, which is a whole lot bigger than everything that I just had. And so now I can actually even go into my Eiffel Tower. I can look around my Eiffel Tower. I can look up. I can go inside the Eiffel Tower. Is that just awesome or what? This allows students to go places that they've never been before. I can actually zoom out from the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower is actually sitting on my lady that I just, but how's that for pretty awesome? Somebody actually built this. They put it in. I've got my Eiffel Tower. I can actually pull up and go into it. So Google SketchUp is another one of those programs where it's just fun to start playing with it. And once you start playing with it, you start exploring the power of the program. People have created very complex, for instance, the Eiffel Tower, buildings and machines using Google SketchUp. There's hundreds and hundreds of thousands of these in the 3D warehouse. Students can actually create dioramas by going out and collect. Say they wanted to make, for instance, a Western town. They can actually go out and find all the components of the Western town, put them into their Google SketchUp, and now they've got a town with wagons, horses, all those kinds of things. So why is this important? Why do we need to know it? Every single teacher and every single student in the state of Texas can get a free Google SketchUp Pro license. And here's the way to get it. If you go to this website, which is tca.org, Google SketchUp Pro, we leave that up just for a second so you can look at it. This allows you to put Google SketchUp Pro, the whole bit. This is like a $300 program. You get it for free. Google SketchUp by itself is a great program, but Google SketchUp Pro is an awesome program. And this website right there that we just showed you, that allows you to use the whole license. You can put it on as many computers at your school as you want. You can put it on your personal computer. You can put it anywhere. So that's pretty awesome, and it's for everybody, every student, every teacher in the state of Texas. Also want to remind you that if you're interested in Google SketchUp, you can actually go to our Atomic Learning site, and there's free tutorials on how to learn a little bit more about Google SketchUp. I encourage you to go to Google SketchUp. You can actually think, if I could go anywhere in the world, if I could go like the Eiffel Tower, where would I go? What would I do? What city would I make? You can do that in Google SketchUp. And if you combine some of these Google tools together, like Google SketchUp and Google Earth, you put them together, you can have some awesome, awesome lesson plans. And students can do self-directed learning. You'll be amazed at what they can create. Thank you for joining me for this segment of Digital Discoveries. We'll see you next time.